Right, guys, as you can see from the ticker, if you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel, can you please do so? Get me up to 100 subs. And the Premier League is back, guys. International break is over, but we did have some good performances in the international break from the Arsenal players, and I'm going to just touch on that slightly. Right, Gabriel played really well for on the left-hand side for Brazil. I thought, is that the system that the Brazilian manager plays? Maybe, Mikel. But as you don't utilise him in his correct position. But I've been a bit harsh on Martinelli. I think he's hit his ceiling and he's done well, but we ain't going to get no better than his performances, especially the outstanding performance when Mikel ARTETA played the attacking football in when Martinelli got his goals and assists. But moving on to England game, what I actually watched, the others were highlights, and I watched two games. Eze, I don't think, I'm going to be honest, don't think he performed well to his potential. And but Madueke in the two games, he started the two games, and I think he played really, really well. I'm not going to overhype the game he played, but he played really, really well, and it's good to have a backup for Saka in the quality of Madueke. In his second game, he got his first international goal, played really well, like I said, in the two games for England. Miles Lewis-Skelly played at left-back for the first game, left out for the second game, no injury worries, but he was just left out through precaution. Right, there's been some interesting, shall I say, for Nottingham Forest. Their manager's gone. That was a bit, I think he didn't get on with the chairman of Forest, and when they do come in, I don't think they saw eye to eye. So it was good. Just going to take the West Ham game, which they lost, and he got the sack during the international break. And our old foe, old rival, Big Ange, come back and to the Premier League after he won that lot down the road, a European trophy against Manchester United in the final. But he didn't play his high line. He played more defensive and snatched, once he snatched a goal, very conservative, unlike him. But like I say, Leopard never changes spots. The Forest chairman, along with Edu, want a different style of play, as Forest last season were a counter-attack team, which they did really well at. But I think his appointment, he wants attacking, exciting football. And here go, Ange. Forrest might have a high line. We will see, because he hasn't had a lot of time to prepare his team during the international week on the training ground. So if he implements that style, bring it on, because I think we will do really well against that style. So my starting lineup is going to be, and my score I will tell you in a second. Right, get the starting lineup right. Right, Raya in goal. The other goalkeeper from Forest, he was joint Golden Glove winner with a number of clean sheets, and Raya arguably is the best goal in the goalkeeper in the Premier League, alongside Alisson. So no doubts, Kepa will be on the bench. Good replacement if anything happens to him, but hopefully it won't. Right, at right back, Timber. Ben White has been back training. I think it was yesterday, and he's being assessed alongside Norgard, which are were absentees, and so they may make the bench, but I don't expect them to be starting. Timber, in my opinion, is one of the best right backs in the league. Right, Saliba injured. I think that was in the warm-up. Stupid mistake by Mikel Arteta to play him at Mosquera. I saw him in pre-season. I watched all the games in pre-season, and when Mosquera played, I thought he was a talent. Villarreal fans were going nuts for the amount we paid for him, and I think he's going to be a really good prospect, but he's already a brilliant, brilliant player, so he's going to only get better. Alongside him, the beast, Gabriel. No more said for him. Wins his duels, headers, tackles. So he's an ever present for me. Calafiori, I must say, you've impressed me. I'd always have Miles Lewis-Skelly in that position in left back, but I don't want you to concentrate on your defense position defensively and your duels, and because they've got some fast players on the break. But even if they don't play on the break, like I said, with Big Ange in for Forrest, you've really got to concentrate because they've got some fast players. And in particular, help Mosquera out. All the defensive line, starting with Raya, have really got to communicate well. But I don't think there'll be any problems with Mosquera. But communication is the key in defence. Right, I'm going to move on to the base of midfield. I think it's going to be Zubimendi. Right, Zubimendi plays really, really well for his national team. Whenever Spain play, and I've watched him, he seems to be one of the best players, and he controls the midfield for the Spain national team. He's been doing that for Arsenal, but not at the same level. And I want him to, I think, more game time, because the Premier League, with the physicality and the how fast it is different to international football and Spanish La Liga football. And he might be just adjusting to that, I think, but it's probably shocked him. But I think he will start. Rice, one of the best midfield players, in my opinion, in Europe. Gets up and down. Great delivery from set pieces. Yes, I said set pieces, free kicks, and all-round play. He can swap with Zubimendi. They just got to have that bit of communication, or even to go to a double pivot. Right. Our captain, Odegaard. It was a flick of a coin for me. Like I said earlier, Mikel Merino played both games for Spain, scored 4 goals. In his first game, he scored a hat-trick. It wasn't a fluke what he did towards the end of last season, playing up front when we had Kai Havertz out injured. And he's got a good eye for goal. And he did that in the Champions League. And I think I was actually considering Mikel Merino on the form for Spain, but I'm still not convinced. But I'm going with Odegaard, the captain. That might be a bit of what I think Mikel Arteta will do. Right, another player from the international week in his international duties, played both games for England, like I said, and I think he is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant backup competitive squad, which I've been calling out for, especially in the Saka, back up to Saka, because Saka's our best player at the club, arguably, and but Noni had a great games and got his first goal for England, played really well, and he's played really well on that right-hand side, and he's a great backup and squad player for if Saka gets injured. Right, keep it up. Keep your form up. Eze didn't have a great international week on international duty, but played one game. I didn't think you played to your full potential. But like I said, I want Calafiori not to invert. I want him to overlap so Eze can play more in. Madueke, you touch the hug the touchline. And Eze, if you play in between Rice and Gyökeres in that area, that little pocket, and like a number 10, but being on the left-hand side, I think you can do really well. And I've got a feeling you're going to get your first Arsenal goal on your home debut against Forrest. And if Forrest play the way I expect them to play with the high line, like I said, and Leopards don't change their spots. And I think he's going to play high line. Gyökeres up front. Victor Gyökeres getting a lot of stick. Didn't score for Sweden. Getting pundits are giving him a lot of stick, saying he's not a player. I think not the same player as he was in Portugal, but I just think it's he didn't get a pre-season. His transfer went on for ages, and he's still catching up. But I'm glad he did play for Sweden, because that can get his fitness back up and raring to go. So we'll see how he is. But I've got a feeling he'll score a goal or two. Right. That's my lineup. And it's going to be 3-0 to the Arsenal. Great defence we got. We won't concede that's my opinion in this game. If it goes the way I think it will go, they've got great players on the break. If Ange plays that high line, we might guarantee to with our midfield threading the passes and get Eze, Madueke, Gyökeres in behind and their defence. But we shall see. And peace goal from the brilliant Rice delivery. And someone might get on the end of it. Gabriel. But I predict 3-0. And I might get stick for going set piece FC. But I don't mind how we score the goals. And I'd rather have different goals that we can score. But like I said, 3-0 to the Arsenal. And up the Arsenal. And ladies, come on, the Arsenal, come on.